Welcome to round one of the Tasmanian Rugby Union for our first match of the year here. Friday night rugby, the Battle of the Bay between Hobart Hutchins Lions and University of Tasmania. Just see the uni players coming out onto the field there as I speak. Here's your Hobart Hutchins Lions team running out, I think, as listed. No late changes, so very familiar names there. Most of those running out last year. Be good for them to get back into things with a consistent side. One probably notable change worth mentioning there, the big body of Rickard Daniel in the number 6, coming over from Taroona to the Lions this year. And not a lot else that's changed on that side. And have a look at the university side there. Lots of new names out here this year. In the number 2, Remy Van Leeuwen. Josh Talbot in the number 16, playing in the second row. Isaac Brown, also new. Zach McMaster in the number 11. And Titus Clem, who's on the bench, also new. So lots of new players there. Also got Andrew Magna in the number 13 and Nathan Creech in number 3, who are fresh from the USA, having played some rugby over there and are now studying in Tassie. So lots of new players out there on the field for university. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. Lots of unknowns. Both teams very positive that they're going to be competitive this year, and really looking forward to this match being streamed here live from Rugby Park. Hobart here with the kickoff, running left to right. Haven't had a lot of night rugby in the last few years, so it'll be great to see how this goes. And the kick coming from the boot of Edwards. Ball comes down, Uni with a nice take and take it to the ruck. Here comes the first hit up. Runs through the first contact there. Ed Jones eventually taken down. Uni go for another phase. Coming close now to halfway. Just a couple of metres shy. Snyder's in at halfback. This is up there. A great hit there. That's Daniel making an impact straight away. And they come left, right around to our side. There's a bit of space. Zamino with a solid hit there on, I think might be Gumley on the wing. That's Tim Westenberg, the number 14 there in front of us. And the turnover comes. And Scott Logie, he's excited in the blue headgear, makes the turnover and gives his team the kick. And Will Edwards, we see him in the number 9 at the start of this year. Moved in there, spent a lot of time at 10, and he chips that ball and it goes out. So the line out will come and Hobart will have a throw. Morgan Macbeth playing at hooker for Hobart. We'll throw this one in. Just 5 in the line. And well taken, pops out, and they're going to go to the back line. Clack at the 10, gives it off to Eade in 12. Nice ball around the back to Zamino, and Rodrigo with some space, but he's taken down. Hobart now pushing well into attack, and Clack tries to take it himself, gives a bit of a loose ball and not able to be taken. And someone down there, not sure who it is on the ground. Logie just pointing to his back, and we'll have a little bit of a wait. Just taking a bit of a look here. Some of the players out, everyone pretty fresh. The first contact over, everyone's into it now. Edwards will pick up the ball. Direction from his captain, Ian Clack in the number 10. Edwards is asked to kick for touch. And it's a nice roost, but he's almost gone backwards in the end there. He's hooked it massively, but at least he's found touch. Giving his team the line-out throw on that far side. You'll notice a little bit of a change here on your screen. The team technical areas. The bench is now on the opposite side of the field to our camera. Ordinary line-out throw. Gets knocked back, though, by Richard Miller. And taken by Hobart. No one's there. The pop pass didn't find its target, and University have taken that one. That's Andrew Magner, I think, who was on the ground with that one, who was tackled and then not released. And Josh May is going to kick for touch to our side. Beautiful roost from him. That puts University with their first set piece into an attacking position, about 35 metres out from Hobart's try line. Throw will come from Van Leeuwen. And he finds Patman, who just takes his eyes off it there. Got his hands onto it, but it's gone backwards. Lovely contact down there from Hobart driving back. And Uni eventually get that ball out. Contact there, taken nicely. So still behind that gain line. And a nice drive coming there from Uni. Pushing the ball out. Steady hands. Davis. And the ball goes wide. Oh, smashing tackle. Brilliant tackle from Daniel. Driving back, and the ball eventually comes out. Well done to get that by University. They're under some pressure, and Clack nearly pilfers that. Picked up by Talbot in the green headgear, driving forward. And now the ball comes to the right. Ducking around, but again, solid contact and just stolen. Rickard Daniel has just been everywhere in this game so far. Two big tackles and then just a straight strip. The ball comes back to Sean Rodrigo, who kicks long. May lets it bounce, and it goes for his way. And there's plenty of space out here. It's a nice long kick. If it rolls on, it's going to make touch, and just outside the 22. So very close. Lovely kick from May, just finding that gap with no one home for Hobart. And Hobart will have that throw down there. Morgan Macbeth at the line out. And the line out throw being slow here. Uni jump very early. And taken by Miller in the number 5. No, that's Allardyce in the 5, I think. May takes it, dodges the first one, but not the second tackle, and the pressure's on. It's been stolen. I think Uni have just, the cavalry's arrived. No, great counter ruck here from Hobart. And that ball's still sitting back there with May. Taken. Edwards just coming into that first receiver position, and Zane Eade now steps off the right foot back inside. Edwards comes in looking for that ball. He can't get it out. Uni player all over that there. Josh Talbot trying to get out, trapped in. And more nice attacking run here. So Edwards kicks through, finds some gaps in the middle, but no one really chasing that. Josh May will clear it nicely, and we know he's got a good kick, and he boots that one downfield and makes it out easily over the halfway mark. So great kicking game tonight. It's very still now. The wind has died down completely. It was blowing a gale out here earlier in the day. You can see now looking across at the trees that the wind is almost non-existent right now, and that's going to help May with his kicking at the moment. Nothing to cause him any problems. Nice view down the line out. Macbeth here with more throwing practice. And the ball comes out now, finds Clack, dishes it off to Eade, who finds Zamino. Long hair flashing around as he's taken to the ground by Patman. And then Callum Krauts, who's out there at the moment playing in outside centre. So I think we're missing Will Clack. And Krauts filling in out there, gets hit nicely. Zamino doesn't take that one and knocks it on. And the pressure from Uni's been great. So neither side really able to establish anything at the moment that's going to set them apart. It's a pretty good start to the year for both teams, though. No major mistakes. Looking pretty good. Trying to establish a bit of a stranglehold on the other team, and neither are able to do it at the moment through really great defensive pressure from both sides. Snyder's here with the put in for University. He's got Uni vice captain Harry Jensen on the far side, and Josh Maid in a first receiver position here. But Hobart angling in there, not legal scrummaging. Good pressure though there on University, who weren't able to get that ball back, and the penalty though goes to Uni. And May will come in and have another kick, and he should put his side well inside the opposition 22 here. Oh, just outside it. Safe kick. Had a line out here not long ago, thrown in by Hobart, and this time it's going to be thrown in by University in a good attacking position. Van Leeuwen with the throw. Ed Jones in the front position, looking likely. There he is, jumps across, doesn't catch it, but takes it backwards, and Van Leeuwen gets it and gives it off to Snyders. Ball comes out, Jensen runs across field and straightens up nicely to put his team on the front foot. Just outside the 22 still, just making the gain line. Ball taken by Davis, and solid contact there from the defenders. And he manages to get a handoff, finds Isaac Brown, one of the new picks for Uni for this year. And now Jones just running across field. Taken nicely in a combined tackle there by the halfback Edwards, and Rickard Daniel coming in as the second man. Still got the ball. Oh, juggled there. Creech with a great drive. And the ball won at the breakdown by guess who? Ian Clack. He's very good over that ball, and he doesn't like something that he saw there. I thought maybe he'd gone off his feet and wasn't supporting his own weight, but looked good. I don't know if this kick's going to go out. So just missed there by Edwards, and Van Westenberg is a big body, hits it up, but he's tackled really nicely by Derek Clack in the number 14. And just the errors coming out here. The pass was a little bit high and knocked on by Brown. He's been busy so far. And Hobart will have a scrum put in. Last scrum penalty against Hobart. Got a great view of it here, nice and close in front of us in the light. Just going to have a reset. That was a little bit close, perhaps. Good view on this side. And nice, solid scrum there from Hobart. So the ball comes to the back, out to Clack. Krauts runs a dummy line on the inside, and it goes out wide to Eade, and then they find the fleet feet out there. Great work on the ring, but it's it's been turned over, so knocked on out there. Great running onto that ball. I think Zach Summerfield on that far wing, but lost it in contact, and now University have got it back. Snyders throws it back to May. He just goes a little chip this time, but it doesn't quite work. And we play on, taken by Hobart club captain Zane Eade. I think we've got some defenders offside there. Players in front of the kick. No. Bit of a symbol there from referee Craig Gardner. Players chatting to him. The sock puppet gesture from the referee there, just warning the university players about back chat and talking to the referee. And Macbeth with the throw in. Finds hands of the jumper and they drive forward here. Uni holding the hands up with not claiming to have tackled, but there was looked to be contact. Now Edwards dishes it out to Clack, to Eade. Solid contact on him too. Nice tackling there, but the ball's come out. Krauts, can he get it away? Not quite. Good defence there from the red headgear there. I think that's Creech in the number 3, but a nice run coming in from Scott Logie, but he's rolled too many times there. And May will have a kick. He takes it fairly quickly to make sure they don't get back, and he has just found touch. Just got it over the head of Clack on the wing. Great commentary. I don't need to say anything, I don't think. If you pick that up on the stream, players just sorting out their own behaviour. Well taken by Patman, and the throw comes down. Got an advantage here to University. May have been some offside play. Uni come to the left. Offside at the line out. And May will have another kick. Discipline's going to be really important for both sides here. There's lots of penalties. Lots of penalties. Just players trying to push the boundaries of what they're able to do out there, and no one's getting away with anything at the moment. Van Leeuwen with the throw. And almost stolen at the front there, but Patman ends up getting his hands on it. Ball comes around the back. Again, really solid defence in the midfield from Hobart. And the ball's knocked on, I think, by Hobart in there. So we've got an advantage to University. Good cleaning out there by Creech. Allardyce tries to disrupt it, but unable to do so. And the ball comes around the right-hand side, and a nice run by Jones. Had his hands on the ball a few times too. Ball comes out now. And Jensen just dishes that off. And they come left. Not a lot of numbers out this side for Uni though. They need to get this ball quickly. And they do. Going back to the right. Snyder's running a very long way across field. He hasn't even taken a step towards his attacking end yet. And then the ball ends up being dropped. But Hobart, I think offside, will come back for the penalty from the earlier discretion. And Uni decide it's time to settle things. And they're going to take a shot. And we might see some points 40 metres out, almost directly in front. And May fancies himself a chance here. If there's no breeze, I think he's got a good chance at this. He's certainly his boot from regular play has been looking good so far. And I reckon he's a chance to put this one over. Certainly the loose forwards for University have been busy. Davis, Brown and Jones. Some very regular surnames between those three. Making pronunciation very easy. It's a beautiful strike of the ball. And Uni with the first points go up 3-0. Beautiful strike of the ball there from May. That sends a message to Hobart too. Penalties within that 40-metre 40-metre line are going to be easy points for Uni. Edwards now with the kick. Short one, not a lot of height, but there's some contact on that. And Daniel makes a cracker of a tackle, and it's spilled in the contact too. So Rickard Daniel loving this. Callum Kraut's coming in and giving him a pat on the back. And the knock on. So great result from the kickoff there. Well taken by Van Leeuwen, but he didn't see Daniel coming behind him and he just smashed him. Scrums look good so far from Hobart. Oh, a bit of push there from Uni, but Hobart stabilise and they go left. Kraut's running that short line again. And Rodrigo didn't need to throw that one. He was well tackled in the end, taken out there. See who that was? Might have been Eade in the number 12. And ball ends up out. And Uni will have the throw. So nearly at the halfway mark here of the first half. Throws not straight and taken by Daniel. Loves a nice bit of contact in there, and he takes it and makes 5 metres past the line out. Ball just not quite going out in front of Clack. He likes to be on the run. And here's Scott Logie with a big run. I think he dropped that there. Might have got away with it though. No, I think we might have got a call on that one from the assistant referee over this side. Because I don't think Gardner had it in his sights. And just a little bobble of the ball as he went to the ground there from Logie. It was a great run. He probably didn't expect to get through that tackle with a bit of a spin. Ball comes out there for University. May roosts it downfield, doesn't find touch, and it's taken out there by Summerfield, who has a bit of a dash and makes a good 15, 20 metres with the ball, and he's dished it off now. Daniel in a very solid contact. He gets a forearm up there, and I think he's gone high, so unintentional. Snyder's coming in defence, cops a forearm high there, and that's what the penalty goes to University for. So it was a good run there from Daniel. Saw the line out in front of him. I'm sure his eyes lit up. But the fend was illegal and dangerous, and Uni just managed to get away with that one. Line out. We've had plenty so far. Ball goes to the front, but stolen by Hobart. Edwards gets it. Just secures that ball, and some nice cleaning out there from his teammates. See Clack coming to halfback. Gives it off to Zamino. Doesn't want to go forward, and then sees the tacklers staying off. I think he was looking for the big fella Allardyce on his right-hand side, but realised there was no tacklers coming, so took it himself. Ball comes wide now. Nice dish off, and Krauts is in some space. Taken there by Snodgrass. They go wide. And Miller, I think, just contacted out there and taken to ground. Got an advantage here to Hobart. So they're in a good attacking position here. And Jensen needs to get out of there. Okay, ball can't be taken. We'll go back for the penalty. They're not rolling away. Allardyce there, I think, in the 24 jersey. And Hobart don't go for the points, they go for the line. And they'll have a line out nice and close. See how they choose to take this set piece, whether they go to ground and look to take the maul over the line. I wonder if they've been practicing that with enough contact in their pre-season, or whether they're going to try and fling it out wide. And we've got two fairly well-matched backlines at the moment. There's neither looking like they've got any dominance over the other. Suspect they'll take it to ground. Oh, and sacked nicely by Uni. Well done. Didn't allow the drive and just took Miller straight to ground. And now the ball comes out to Hobart. So Eade with the spin. A lot of spinning tonight. Edwards needs to get that out quickly. He finds it. Goes to Clack. He's got Krauts, who makes a few metres and is tackled by Snodgrass again. This time Clack picks it up, finds a gap, and he's straight through under the posts. First try of the night to the elusive Ian Clack, captain of the Hobart Hutchins Lions, and he goes over. There he is, no one marking up at that ruck. So he goes through. And Hobart with the first 5-pointer of the season through some cunning play by their captain. And it gives Edwards that the kick from right in front. Taking his time. Gets the tee out. He wants to be quick here. He might. And the little chip goes over. Hobart take the lead, 7-3. Very evenly matched team so far, though. A few highlights thus far have been the defensive offense of Rickard Daniel for the Lions. And definitely the kicking of Josh May's been good, although just didn't quite clear one into touch a few moments ago that led to that foray into their attacking end for Hobart that led to that try. So May flat and low, and it's dropped. Juggled ball, and in the end we see a good result for Uni with an attacking scrum. See what attacking options they've got here in their back line. May standing right behind Snodgrass in the number 12. Very much in the middle of the field. Jensen loves to take the ball to the line himself, but that ball's just come out the same tunnel. Need to make sure they win this one, University. Just taking the time to set. Referee Gardner making sure that everything's secure and stable, but not the case. Minutes being chewed off the clock here while we reset this scrum. And the ball goes in. University now with it. Comes to Jensen. He does take it to the line. Finds Zach McMaster, who's been caned in a tackle. Slow to get up. May steps off the left. Doesn't quite get away from the defence. And the big body there of Westenberg running, getting close to the line. Can't get through the defence though. And taken about 7 metres out. Ball comes wide. Nice stepping from Jensen, but again finds the defenders And now ball comes behind that first runner and into the hands of, not sure who that was, maybe Brown, sitting at the base. And Hobart going off, not rolling away at the bottom there. There's some good counter-rucking, but you need to get out of the way. And quick tap taken. And is it Snyder's? It is. Every good halfback scores those. And not long after Hobart scored the first try, Uni put one on. Quick tap there from Snyder's. They were watching on the line, but he was too elusive, just like we saw Clack at the other end. And Uni take the lead back by a point. Good kicking position here too for May to put this one over and give his team a 3-point lead coming into the 30-minute mark.
Come on, Red! Yay!
To come, beautiful angle over May's shoulder. And he's put it out to the right, so it'll stay a 1-point margin.
That's okay.
And we'll come back. Hobart with the kick. See Rickard Daniel will appear on the screen in a second. He'll be sniffing another university player on that catch if he can get there. Short kicks will definitely suit him. He's pulling in the breaths though. Edwards with the kick. It's very short and taken again. Van Leeuwen has a look over his shoulder this time and Daniel is nowhere near, so he takes it in, but Hobart have stolen it, so great defensive efforts there. Again off the kickoff. Snyder's puts the pressure on. Daniel dishes it out to Allardyce. Oh, and he goes straight through the big fella! Oh, what a try! Unbelievable. Busts through two defenders. And look at this. Tacklers didn't want him. Just bounced off each other and he goes over. Tries are coming thick and fast now. Uni hit back. Sorry, not Uni, Hobart hit back. Got to get my teams right. And take the lead back. So a bit of a seesawing affair. This kick's not going to be quite as easy as the last one though for Edwards after being right in front. He's now only 2 metres from the sideline. Edwards just stepping back to his mark, just takes a breath. Solid strike, but goes across the face, and the scores will stay at that, 12-8. So after both teams taking a little while to get some points on the board, it's now been 3 tries. Hobart scored the first one, Uni hit back, and then Hobart with another quick one, only about 3 minutes, less than that actually, 2.5 minutes after the previous one. So 3 tries in the last 10 minutes. May with the kick. He goes low again. This time taken. And a nice solid run out there. Ball comes back. Across the face of Macbeth though. He doesn't take it. And ball dropped there, but I think it went backwards. I saw the referee's hand go out, but it's gone back down quickly from there, and Edwards gets down on his knees to pick that one up. Clack decides a kick is the best option. There's no winger deep there. It's going to hit the ground. bounces. Oh, Krauts nearly takes it. And great effort back there by May to actually get in and stop Krauts, but I think he knocked it on, and we'll see an advantage. Hobart now pushing into attack, and they've got the ball. Solid tackle by Uni. Referee's arm goes out, might have been high. Edwards goes the chip behind, it rolls on. Who's going to get back there? Jensen. We'll come back for that high contact. Just marginally high, I think, that one. So Hobart put the ball over into touch, and we'll have another opportunity inside Uni's 22 to put on some potentially more points. Lineouts have been fairly equally contested. Both teams putting pressure on, not easily won on your own throw. Macbeth now. To Daniel, ends up going to Miller, who takes it down. Macbeth has it. We've got an advantage to Hobart. Edwards tries to find it, gets it out to Clack. Eade runs into the contact, loves it, taken by Wilding. And now the ball comes out. Oh, Rodrigo coming in there, knocks it on. And we're not going to go back for the advantage. Must have been a knock-on, I think, at the line-out by University. And so the advantage doesn't count there. And in the end, the knock-on from the Lions gives the ball back to Uni. Cold hands out there, we can blame for that one. Coming into, maybe we haven't stopped our clock, so we're into the last 5 minutes, but there's probably six, maybe haven't had a lot of stoppages, 6 or 7 to go. And ball put in by Snyders. Good pressure there from Hobart. They might win this one back. And a fantastic scrum. I love to watch that one again. Unbelievable drive there from Hobart. Quite evenly matched to start with, but the quick tap happened, so we won't check the replay. Daniel now takes it in, goes to ground. Oh, we've got players off their feet there, but away from the ball. Nice little dish off there to Logie. Only a few metres out now, 6 metres out. Hobart. Edwards tries to go himself. Clack comes in and gives him some help. Krauts! Must be close. Pushes it back now. Edwards finds Macbeth running a nice solid line, but the defence is really solid in front of him. Great hit, just a single player coming in there and making that defensive tackle. Now Thompson breaks the first tackle, but runs around and an obstruction there, which hands the ball to Uni on a platter, so disappointment there. Ball kicked there by Mayers, found touch right in front of us. But yes, you just see running behind Zamino. You can see where that ball went into touch, right in front of the camera. Get a nice view of the back of Phil's head. Just trying to find the ball. Oh, here it is. Spare ball. And the second one comes back. And messy line out there for Uni, but they managed to get it to the back. Jordan Ryan cleaning up on that one. Right on the halfway line now, University. Ball comes out to Brown. No, Van Leeuwen, sorry. And now they go wide. Getting around the outside is Snodgrass, finds May. Has he got the pace not to get past Summerfield? And he's well taken there, and he doesn't release it. It's held on. Advantage comes to Uni, though. Must have Must have not been clean release there. And Jones making some metres. He's been good so far. They go wide. A little grubber kick through. Taken though by Hobart, and will come back. So the tackle on May was no release. Summerfield out there. And Uni with a penalty. 4 points behind. 5 minutes roughly to go. Players will be looking forward to their half-time break, even though it only goes for about 30 seconds. Maybe 10-minute break. Always seems to be over so quickly. Right, Van Leeuwen with the throw. Where's he going to go here? Jones at the front. No, they find Patman in the middle, and he can't quite get his hands on it and knocks it forward. Edwards cleans up and takes that to the tackle. So messy there. Rico Daniel gets up with a smile on his face, and the ball will come back though from the knock on. Tom Patman at the line out, not able to take that. A few minutes now on the clock for the first half. Hobart would like to clear this out of here. We might see Clack go to the boot. No, they decide to take it up, and Eade gathers that low, hangs onto it, and solid contact. Snodgrass's defence has been outstanding at the at that early channel. But Clack gets around one, gets around two. Logie, though, just grabs him by the ankles, and it's been turned over. And we'll get a penalty here, University, there for a Hobart player on the bottom there, not rolling out quickly enough. And they've got an opportunity here. So nice chip through, hits the deck. A high bounce here might be helpful, but the ball bounces out and it'll come back for a penalty. University. And we're going to have a chat here. I wish we could pick up the ref's mic. Can't hear it. Just a warning. And Uni, are they going to take points? They are. So our 40 minutes is up on the clock, on our clock. It's like the Y2K bug. It hit 40 minutes and now everything stopped. The whole world's just ended. We'll resurrect it for our second half though. And May now with a penalty shot almost right in front. This is a gimme for him. And unfortunately I've, as they say, put the mockers on him because he misses. And Hobart will go to the half with a 4-point lead in a very close affair. 2 tries to 1. Tries coming Hobart. The first one scored by Ian Clack, and the second one a big bustling run by Nick Allardyce down the sideline. And 1 try for University to Ian Snyder's off a quick tap. So we're going to have our half-time break here. And we'll be back with you shortly with the second half action between Hobart Hutchins Lions and University. welcome back. Second half about to begin. As you can see on the scoreboard there, Hobart just with a narrow lead, 2 tries to 1. Got the kickoff here with May. And second half underway. Nice high kick from May. And Miller unable to take that one. He's hurt himself too. No, he's maybe hurt his pride after dropping another kickoff. He's been well amongst it though. There's certainly nothing to be ashamed of, and he attacked that ball really well. Uni now, attacking chance. Jensen. Snodgrass has been really good out there in the number 12 for the Redmen, and he gets them well on the front foot. Try and see if we've had any halftime changes on the ball, just being knocked to ground there by Uni. Clack takes it and dishes it back off to Logie. Clack sees some space downfield and he's put that ball out. I think it might have been taken back in to the 22 and he's put it out on the full. It was a great option though. A winger out on that far side. Westenberg was up. Oh, well, he wasn't up that far. He was around the halfway mark, but Clack could see that he had some space behind him and knew he could kick the ball that far, and he did a good job, but just needed to keep it bouncing infield, and it gives Uni the ball back on the round about the 22. And the line out throw is very crooked, I thought. No, lands in the hands of the Uni player at the back, not expecting it. Jensen dishes it off to Wilding, who always causes problems when he's got the ball in his hands. And he runs through 2 tackles before he's finally taken down. Ball goes around to the short side. Van Leeuwen having a nice run. And well served by the new players, and that ball's stolen illegally. And we've got a yellow card straight here for Daniel. So close to the line there. Hobart had a warning at the end of the last half. So there's our first yellow card of the season. And it's the Hobart newcomer, Rika Daniel, who's played really well. And this will give University a cracking opportunity here to get over the line. Ball comes out to Creech, gets past the first and second tackles. Taken down, not really making any ground. Hands all over that on the bottom there by Clack. And the ball comes wide. They got space. May. Oh, he's fallen short. And he doesn't quite get there. Great tackle in the end out there by Summerfield, I think. I'm going to come back in another yellow card. Sure, we're going to definitely hang out in the pocket. And another one, so 2 in the bin for Hobart from penalties close to the line. I'm not sure what happened there with Summerfield. He was sort of the original tackler, probably didn't roll away. And Uni now, 15 plays 13. Ball comes out, getting very close. Wilding making a nice drive. And Rodrigo needs to get out of there, and he does. They should have numbers out wide. Can't get it out there, though. Zamino goes that long hair over the top, and that ball's been knocked forward. And we're going to see another card here. Another penalty right near the line. And probably one more warning here, but the next one will go offside. You can just see Clack out there gesturing about that line. Hobart have got to work harder to get behind. They've got a narrow lead here, but they're 2 men down. You can see Gardner there was thinking about going to the penalty, and they come wide. Wilding steps inside and dives over. And you can hear the boos. That's his father making those noises over there. Oh, sounds like Dad has paid for Gus to fly back from Sydney. How many tries is it worth? Well, that's one. So great work there by Gus. He's actually living in Sydney at the moment. I think he's studying up there, and he's come down. He's down for a few weeks and managed to get a clearance to play. So they'll be happy, Uni, as Wilding scores, but May misses. So Uni now 1 point in the lead. But they're 2 players in front because Hobart have 2 in the bin for repeated penalties close to the line, and there'll be another one going if it happens again. Come back, Hobart. They're very slow to return to the middle of the field. Hoping to maybe milk a few seconds from the clock. See where Edwards decides to go. Big strike man, Rickard Daniels off. And they've taken too long, so the ball's now in the hands of University, and they'll get a tap in the middle of the field. They can opt for a scrum. They need to actually tap the ball. You have to release it. You can't just touch it with your foot. It's not rugby league. And so it goes the other way. I didn't think that was a thing. I thought you just had to re-tap it if you didn't do it correctly. There we go. Learn something. So ball taken off Hobart and given back to them. Well, maybe for Hobart that's good. That's certainly milked another minute or so off the clock. The more time that they spend not playing while they've only got 13 on the field, the better. For them at least. Uni, however, would like the ball in play. Edwards with the put in. Beautiful view of our scrum there. Great camera work. Ball goes wide and the kick smothered. Who's it going to sit for? Oh, it does sit for Jensen. And he has got a turn of pace. And he drops it. So a great tackle from Clack. Runs him down and Jensen just short of the line. He's probably, a lot further away than I thought. Maybe 10 metres out. Hits the ground and drops it. Just see it here in the last few seconds. Great tackle there from Clack to cause the turnover. Desperation, but he's very quick, is Clack. And Jensen, great acceleration there. Once he got into a bit of space, he wasn't fast enough to hold off a run of Clack. And Hobart will be hoping to clear it out of here this time. Oh, not expecting it, I don't think either. Eade just standing there, his hands on his hips, and the ball's come straight to him. You can see Edwards there just with the sorry gesture. Nothing going right really out here for Hobart. Just watch as this ball comes across. If you can see Eade, he's got his hands on his knees. It was not supposed to go to him. And now we'll come back to the scrum. And University, this is going to be really tough for Hobart to defend. 2 men down right on their line with a scrum to Uni. Great drive from Hobart and they win that ball. Brilliant work there from the Hobart forward pack to win that. And what a kick there. Clack gets it. Finds touch way down near the halfway mark, and we're going to see a substitution now. Hobart, there's Brendan Elliott with the green tape around his head. Coming on. I'm not sure who he's replacing. Rickard Daniel there on the chair, just behind referee. And the line out throw comes. Uni want to play this ball quickly. They need to make advantage of these extra numbers. But they don't get around the outside there, and some good tackling in the middle sees Tom Patman driven backwards. Uni still with possession inside their own half though. Some big clear space in the paddock out wide here behind Rodrigo Zamino. And the ball comes out. May can't take it. Ball comes off the boot of Brendan Elliott and taken at the back there by McMaster. Rodrigo Zamino coming in there and causing the penalty. So shame, good pressure from there from Hobart. And the ball finds touch. Only a couple more minutes, I think, before we see player, before Daniel comes back from his yellow card. And then a few minutes behind that, Hobart will get the services of Summerfield back on the field. So clock's ticking again. Uni with the throw. And a very crooked throw there. Even though that was knocked on by Allardyce reaching through, that throw was not straight. And Hobart will have a scrum. So Hobart put in here. Edwards with the ball in his hand now. So they will be disappointed with this Uni, not being able to put on any more points. I think we'll see at the next breakdown, Daniel will come back on. Ball comes out to Eade. Well met in the tackle, but he pushes that one forward. Probably gotten away with that one. And Hobart still just managed to retain possession. Clack dishes it off to Elliott. Runs into contact, he's been held up, now they have to release. And the ball comes back in, there's no one home. Clack sees that, and it's a beautiful kick in. That rolls into touch, very nice kick. Probably a bit of inexperience showing there. Zach McMaster on that wing, not playing deep enough. Playing up really, really shallow in defence. And Clack spotted that. And Daniel looks like he's about to return to the field. No, maybe the next one. Yeah, no, just waiting for Daniel to come back. So one back on for Hobart. Now they're up to 14 players. And just that one try against them during that time. Disappointing for Uni. Still got a few minutes with one-man advantage. And they've lost the line out again. And Daniel, here he is. He picks it up, but seeing knock on both ways. I'm not sure. I think we've got a wrong call here because that ball was knocked on first by University and then by Hobart. So it should be a Hobart scrum, if anything. Confusion. Maybe it was knocked on by Hobart into the University hand first. Certainly I didn't pick that up, but it was called by the assistant referee who was right on the spot. And Uni with the put in. Great scrum by Hobart. And they've won that again. Decimated the University forward line. And now they drive forward. So Hobart with 14 men on, looking rampant. And here he is after spending 10 minutes in the bin. Rickard Daniel goes over. We're just going to have a conversation here with the assistant. Looked good from my angle. And tries awarded. We can see it here. Daniel just bumped over. And it looked like he, possibly looked like he dropped it, but assistant says it was good, and Daniel makes up for his 10 minutes on the bin with the try. Hobart take the lead back. Seesaw continues. And Edwards now making his mark. Looks like the way he's got his ball lined up, looks like he's accounting for a big curl on this ball. And it does curl, but he hits the post. So conversion kicking hasn't been 100% accurate from both sides tonight. Warming back into the season, but Hobart now with a 4-point lead, and I think they're back to 15 on the field as well. Nice high kick here. That's going to be a hard one to take. Well done down there by by Leon Thompson. The knock-on comes. And, oh, it looks like Adam Brancher on in the front row for University in the hooker position. So Van Leeuwen taking a break and Brancher coming on. Gardner just explaining to him how to scrummage. And they set. So you need to stabilise before the ball comes in. University get it out this time before Hobart can put the drive on. Ball bounces out there to Jensen, and a nice run there. I think Andrew Magnar hasn't had a lot of opportunities tonight. And nice tackling by Eade, puts the pressure on Jensen, and that ball gets turned over. No, not that time, held on. So turned over and then turned over again. Kraut's unable to get a clean out over the top of him, and some strong work over the top there from Uni. See Krauts goes to ground, and beautiful work there by Jones. No, the number 8, Henry Davis. And Uni now into an attacking position. Brancher with the throw, directing with his fingers, telling everyone, yeah, get those guys back online, sir, onside. And lost, though, and the ball goes out. Now Hobart running it wide, get the hands out. Krauts decides to clear it. It's a nice kick downtown. Finds touch about 5 metres short of the halfway mark. And a nice view of the scoreboard out there too. You can see it twice on the screen. Hobart 17, University 13. I think the pretty logos on our graphics look pretty nice though. Some new graphic work this year by Sam Jackson, who also moonlights tonight as our cameraman. He's done a mountain of work to get all these put together, so well done to Sam. And you can also see the 90-year anniversary of the TRU logo on the right-hand side of the screen there. Beth with the throw. Ball's going to go to Miller eventually. No, way over the back to Daniel. Spins around, then busts through 2 tackles. Gets a big fend out there on Snyder's. And eventually they get him down. And he's made a good 30 metres. Now the ball comes wide. They need to push it. They need to get this ball out quicker. This has worked really well here. Zamino dishes it off to Krauts. He needs to hand it out. He does to Rodrigo, who gets tackled easily in the end. We've got a couple down in the middle of the field out here. I think we've had a collision. Zamino, I think, his head on knees in the tackle. and Magnas, both downfield. So one player from each team. But here we go. Some smart dashing there from Clack. But he doesn't get through, and that ball goes forward. And we might end up needing to have a bit of a pause here while we have a look at the injuries back in the middle of the ground. Andrew Magna and Rodrigo Zamino. Magna's on his feet, not looking happy. And Zamino, no, Zamino's a knee as well. So, my knee. He's not happy, he's really in some pain, is Zamino. Magna's going to hobble off and be replaced. And I can't see Zamino coming back on the field either. He's got some expert attention though from Alim Kaufan, his club president and teammate out there. Taking the time to make sure that he can get himself off the field. I can't see he's going to be going back to play, and he'll be helped from the field. He's going to try and walk himself. It'll take him a little while. So the upshot of that is we've got 2 players come from the field, and we'll come back to the knock-on from Clack, who was ducking and darting between defenders, almost made his way to the try line. So just a bit of a lull in play for a moment while we wait for this scrum to reset. Great view of Callum Crouts there in the number 13, directing defenders. Same with Zane Eid in the number 12 for Hobart. And early engagement there, no. Originally the arm went out from Gardner, but I think he's decided we'll reset the scrum. Hobart have had some really put some great pressure on the University scrum. We'll see what they've got in this case. And looks like they've won it. No, yep, they win it again. Great opportunity for Edwards here. They might even score a pushover try. And they do. Unbelievable on the tight head feed. Scott Logie, I think, scores that one in the number 7. And what a turnaround. Brilliant scrummaging work here. Feed comes in from University, and all Logie had to do was fall over on top of that ball. So excellent, excellent work from the Hobart forward pack. And they extend their lead now after spending 10 minutes with, or nearly 10 minutes with only 13 men on the field. They've hit back. Bit of autofocus issues there in the dark on our camera. And Edwards puts the 2. And Hobart now take an 11-point lead. Biggest lead of the game, with less than half of the second half to go. So Uni need to dig deep here. Need to find a spark somewhere. Just had a clock stoppage. Substitution for Hobart. Zane Eid coming from the field. And the ball comes down and taken by Miller. Ball's been his way on a lot of the kickoffs, but his support players coming in from the side there. Might have been Brendan Elliott. And Uni, what are they going to do? Just trying to decide. There's a bit of a discussion here. They might get pinned for taking too long. No, May comes in and he is going to kick for touch. And he does so. His team need to win this line out. Their set pieces struggled a few times. And Hobart have shown that they were able to put some good pressure on at this point of the game. New hooker out there, the throw coming from Brancher. He really needs to be on the mark with this throw. And taking their time. Jones gets up quickly and Brancher finds him. Pass flung out wide though under pressure, and Elliott gets back and maintains that pressure too on the back line, with Snodgrass getting some attention from Elliott. And Snyder's coming in, gives it off to Jones. Uni come wide again. Davis steps right, steps left. And now they go back the other way. A high pass for Jensen. Good work out there from Wilding. And they go the blind again. They've got some numbers out there, but the defence is good. Ball comes back to Jensen. Need to try and get this ball out around the outside. Give someone like McMaster on this wing there. You can see in the 11 a bit of space. He's got Callum Crouch well inside him. And if it can get the ball out wide, there's no one inside McMaster though to get it to him. They might be able to get around the outside and put some points on. Great pressure there from Patman, and they're all over this one. Going to be a turnover. Hobart steal that one and then lose it. So Josh Talbot on the field there in the green headgear, and a big run there from Nathan Creech, and he goes over and puts a try in his first game for the Redmen under the posts, and Uni hit back. Great try there from Creech, bustling through. You can see him in the 3, just trailing Talbot. Oh, might have been a little knocker on the ground there from Talbot, but shrugs off the tackle, and there's no cover defence behind there, no sweeper. And Creech goes through in that red headgear and puts on a 5-pointer for his team. Should allow the kicker, who's not going to be Josh May. May must have come from the field. It's going to be Westenberg who takes the kick, and he's bringing that ball a long way back to make his attempt. And chips it and misses. So that's disappointing for Uni. They needed those points there. So they need a converted try to take the lead back. And there's probably 14 minutes to go. Plenty of time to do that. But they really need that conversion. So Mays from the field. Edwards having a look. Oh, he's going to kick it, and he goes high. And the try scorer, Creech, takes that one on his chest. Davis now with a run. Ball comes back, and University driving forward. Not making a lot of meters. Patman just takes that softly into contact there. Easily taken by his opposite number, Miller. And some nice running through the middle by Davis. Now they decide to come wide. And a nice line run by Snodgrass, getting past Daniel. Don't you see that very often with Rickard Daniel slipping off the tackle. And the ball cunningly popped back there by Brancher in the tackle. Snyders then takes it to ground, and Uni pick and drive. Davis has been really busy this half. Can he lift his team? He's captain of this university team this year, but we've got some red players going off their feet. Brancher, I think they're pinned for not staying on his feet at the ruck. And doesn't agree. And he has to walk back and turn around and march 10. While Hobart get the ball to Edwards, who'll kick for touch. So valiant efforts down there by Uni, but unable to really make any ground out of there. And now they're going to have to defend a Hobart line out 25 metres from the university line. Interesting looking at McMaster's defensive position way back on the line on the left of screen. Hobart win it and go wide. Clack takes a fast line and sells it to everybody. Here he goes. McMaster's not going to get him. Oh, yes, he does. He's got some support, though, with him. And Miller can't put it over the line. Great support from him, though. And well done by McMaster. He saved another try there. And defence from University is resolute. Spinning run there from Elliott. Almost stolen. University player not rolling out of there. Lucky, I think, to not give away a penalty. Now some ducking and darting. We've got an advantage going to Hobart. I think there's some offside play out in the middle. And Clack now relishing the tired defenders being able to dart around them. And the ball comes taken with a clap there by, can't see who that is for Hobart, but the penalty is way back over the other side, and Elliott calling for it. Might be Jono Elliott in the number 22. Opted for a scrum though, like fancy another pushover try. Every forward pack loves a pushover try. 2 in one game would be probably one of those stories they tell 20 years down the track. Bit of a drive on there from Hobart before the ball was put in. Now Clack, he gives it to Daniel. He runs into traffic and rolls it back. And there was no offside there by University because there was never a ruck, so just the tackle. And that's been turned over. Well picked up down there, but they need to get this ball out, Uni. That was Jensen. And it's been counter-rucked, and Hobart have got it. And we might see a yellow card here. Offside player, Snyders taking the yellow card. He'll have to go and have some time on the naughty seat. Offside position on the side of that ruck and grabbing the halfback. And Hobart decide for the points. Not a bad idea. It's only 6 the difference. This will put it out to beyond a converted try, which may be out of the reach of University. come here from Edwards. Really wants to make sure he puts this one over to give his team that 9-point buffer. Uni players moving around need to remain behind the try line because of the behind the try line because of the position of the original penalty. And Edwards now. That's a better kick, and he puts his team up now by 9. So they need to score twice, University. Who is going to be the spark who can get them back in this match? Combination of Jensen and Snodgrass can be damaging. I'm not sure who's out in the number in the outside centre position now for Uni after Magna came off with an injury. Ball comes to Miller again. He takes it nicely, gets around the first pressure tackler and takes it to ground. Now the ball comes back and they really want to get this out of here. There's no one deep here. Unfortunately, the knock on maybe there comes from the University player out in the fullback position. Again, I don't even know who that is. And it's somehow still in the hands of University. So the attempted catch back there went backwards and then bounced forwards, which is okay. Now, Creech, the try scorer from Uni. Doesn't make any ground though. And with Snyder's off the field with a yellow card, Uni are missing their halfback. So the replacement fullback is now coming in and playing halfback. Making slow meters, but keeping possession. Talbot takes it to ground. Nice drive from Allardyce, just putting the pressure on at the ruck. And
Get him on side!
penalty advantage now. Player not rolling under the deck there for Hobart. And the inside ball, Creech goes around one, breaks another tackle. Krauts needs to be careful coming in high there. The only way a player's headgear can be ripped off is if the tackle's high. And then Krauts also coming in from the side, I reckon, so putting the pressure on, but it's taken there by Ryan. Needs to get himself to ground, he does. And some good support eventually makes it there. Might still be playing under a penalty advantage, Uni. Jones gives it to Jensen. And Davis, who's been really good this half. Come back for the penalty. Players not rolling away all the way back on the other side of the field. So Uni, 3 or 4 minutes left to play. They need to score, and they need to score now if they're a chance to snatch the lead back. And they're taking the ball back very slowly. They need to be rushing. They do not have the luxury of being able to waste time right now, and this is not really showing quite an awareness of what the clock might be on. But they'd opt for the points. After the last kick, I'm not sure who's going to take it. I'd like to probably be more likely to see Jensen take the kick. We will. He needs to kick this quickly to keep them in the game. Jensen now lining up the kick. Takes his line and puts it over. So within striking distance now. Uni 6 points behind. Hobart 27, Uni 21. And with only a few minutes on the clock, Uni need a converted try to snatch the lead back. They're a man down with their halfback Ian Snyder's being sent from the field with a yellow card for a cynical offence right on his defensive line. And the kick's pretty good, and it gets underneath. Not sure what was happening there. Creech didn't seem to even see that the ball had been kicked. I'm not sure whether he was not ready, but not expecting to have to take it. And the ball bounced on its end, rolled on nicely past him. So Branch is going to have to throw into the line out in this defensive area for Uni. Lift Ed Jones, no. Nice win, but the ball does not come to hand. Oh, and that's Gumley, I think, back there now. And the ball's smothered and taken over by Uni. And we'll see a goal line dropout. So a lot of pressure down there. I think that's Gumley now who's down on that wing for Uni. And the kick is juggled and taken. And Ashan Rodrigo decides that he's going to have a drop goal attempt. Not a bad idea, but he didn't even get close. And he might even find himself binned here for a high tackle. So we'll see what happens. We'll have another look though. The kick was no good. Picked up by McMaster. And yeah, just that over the shoulder. Very high though. And yep, yellow card for that dangerous contact. So now we're 14 on 14.
Sideline! Go! Sideline! Sideline, go!
And Uni don't have a lot of time here. They can kick for a line out and they'll still get the throw. And they decide not to find touch, so they keep it in play. Crouch, well taken in the end there after running into his teammate in Summerfield. And Hobart now with possession. Can't be a lot of time left on the clock. You can see we've passed 40 minutes. Uni might turn that over, almost. And now Logie running across field, eventually gets it off to Elliott, who makes it through a few tackles and then knocks it forward. Could be the end here. Gardner's looked at his watch. And a substitution for Hobart with about last play, I reckon. 16 coming onto the field for Hobart. Will Francis. I've heard him referred to as the Pope, I believe. Not sure why that would be. Brancher needs to hit his target, and he does just. Uni now, it's last-ditch effort. Davis has been very, very solid all game. And they're not making any meters with those ones. They need to throw something. Jensen steps back inside. And support comes. Good picking and driving. Jones now dishes it out. Finds Ryan, I think, who can't make any meters. But Uni maintain possession. They just need to be patient. Creech has been excellent. Dishes it off. Finds his winger. Westenberg. And now he's lost it. This may be the final play. Messy ruck there, but Hobart managed to get it out eventually without actually seeing a clock. They can't do what we often see on TV, which is just kick the ball out. It may be full time, but it may not be. Gumley gets back there, and he's got to run 100 metres here. Oh, it's a nice throw. No, it's forward. Oh, the no-look pass out there goes forward. And we've still got time on the clock. Can't be a lot of time left on the clock there, and Hobart will have their scrum. They've been very dominant in this situation for most of the match, Hobart. Wouldn't be surprised to see Clack take it up with a dummy runner inside him and trying to get around the defenders. He's got a wicked step on him. I can attest to having had my ankle nearly broken by being stepped by him at one point. Very elusive character. Oh, and they just collapse under the pressure. Hobart, you could just see them there. They wanted to protect that ball, and might be Ian Rogers on this side, basically just collapsed to the ground. So great pressure in the scrum from Uni in the dying minutes of this match. Desperation here. What are they going to do? They're going to kick for touch and run the risk of the line out. Yes, they are. And they might be back to full contingency as Snyder's back on the field. Maybe not. All right. Branch has running the last few line-outs. He needs to get this one long. Oh, it's well picked, but not straight. And that will see the end of the game. So a long, drawn-out end to that game there, with Uni trying to come back from an 11-point deficit. Managed to put a few points on the board to turn that into the 6-point that we can see at the moment. But in the end, Hobart managed to stay in front with that win. And our first round of the season, first match of season 2023, sees Hobart the victors in a tight tussle. Some weary bodies out there. You can see the tempo of the game really dropped off as the game progressed, particularly in the last 20 minutes. And but a solid victory then to Hobart, who really dominated the set piece with an excellent pushover try against the feed at one point. So well done to both teams for starting on this Friday night match, and we'll end it there where we'll cut our stream, and we'll see you all tomorrow with rugby all day starting at 11 o'clock with a match between Taroona and Easts in the Division 2, followed by some women's sevens rugby at around about 1:20, and then the replay of last year's grand final, Taroona versus Launceston in the Men's Premiership Cup, and that will be at 3 p.m. So we'll see you all tomorrow, and that's me out for the night.